Alright, what's going on? Toasty here. I'm here with a video. Um, this might be a little bit of a clashing. It is. Uh, but at this point, I don't care. Because I feel like there's a lot in this situation that needs to be discussed. Because we've already accepted it. So I don't get to see why this can be discussed. If that makes sense to you, let's get to it. Now, there's a lot of people that make videos like this, what I'm about to talk about, but they don't really get into the topic. They just talk about their problems and stuff like that, about this situation. Me, I want to go about this away on everything because it's affecting everybody. So, I'm talking about retail stores, shops, and stuff like that. This is why I'm getting at. You probably know straight away when I first said that, like, yeah, he's going there. I don't know what it is, but I feel like a lot of people don't have empathy in the stores and shops like they used to. I get it, you get some like really dickhead customers, big-headed, thinking they know all and shit. And yeah, they douches. They a couple of douches. Like, seriously, like that. But it doesn't justify the fact that everybody's like that. Like, there's people out there that really need help. You get a lot of shopping, and much it is, and stuff like that. Right? Correct. But I also feel like there's a lot of excuses for putting prices up too. Like, there's the Black Friday situation where people's exposing prices as well, that they're the same price as what it was. And I'm glad people are realizing that Black Friday is a bit of a fraud. Let's just say that, fraud, in so many cases. Phony, let's just say that. Let's put that, because fraud's a big word. Let's just say phony for now. Okay? But, you get Black Friday on the PlayStation stores, on the Xbox stores, the Switch stores, and some games are decent on there. That's why a lot of people do go online rather than just go out shopping. It is. But what my biggest concern is the people. The people working at the stores. I know your lives might be bad, but when you put your uniform on, because I used to work at retail. I did used to work at retail myself. When you put that uniform on and everything like that, it's your duty to make things standard and right, and I feel like a lot of people are being lackluster, because of what? Pay? So you tell me you're gonna treat people like shit because pay? And they could be the nicest person you could possibly be. Do you know what I'm saying? What I'm getting at here with this situation is people, like, they get lots of shopping, right? This is my experience. And see if you've experienced the same. Drop it down in the comments if you have. Drop it down in the comments if you have, right? So my experience, right? You get your shopping, you get your groceries, what you do, you take them to the till to get, served and stuff like that. Just normal stuff. You swipe them through, like so, and they ask for a bag, even though you have a half a dozen shopping. You get the bag, you have to pay for the bags. What, like 30 pence to 40 pence now? Gets the bags, and before you pack the stuff, they've got their hand out for the money. Now, this is disgusting. In one way. I get it if they say, oh no, I'm gonna bag all these things and hijack and make a run for it. Oh yeah, like you're gonna have a lot of shopping. You're gonna be running like a duck. Or a penguin in that matter. I understand that, man. But when I see someone's fucking hand out, like, give me, sir, I want some more, kind of situation, it kind of basically puts this perspective of saying, well, why are you putting your hand out? You see my fucking wallet, like, in my hand. I'm just packing the stuff. You know, it is. So what I did one time is basically test out this theory on what would happen if I give the money first before I pack my bags. And I'm not kidding. This is how much of a dick they are in stores. If you're this miserable, a shop, why do you work there? For money? And if you're not earning the money, why are you still working there? Straight out. And I know it's hard to get jobs. I know it's hard, so you have to stick to the job you have. So don't worry about that. I know all that shit. Because I know there's going to be people defending these people at the workplaces and shit like that. But what I need to understand is that if I give my money, in general, you wait till I pack my bags. You wait till I pack my bags, correct? That's what they really should do, right? No, they don't. They get the other person's stuff and start scanning that stuff down while you packing yourself still. I don't understand. And then the stuff get mixed up, and this is how you don't get the stuff you get. I think quantity over quality is a thing, and I really think the cost of living is insane at this moment of time, and I think people are not just saying, oh, it's inflammation, I can't even say that fucking word right, but you know what I'm saying, like, I don't believe it's all that. I believe that they're just taking advantage of this to get money out. For what? Half of the retails is closing down because they can't afford the rent. So that sums up everything here. I can't feel sorry for people if they not having empathy for people. If they have one bad customer, they think everybody is bad. To me. Like so. And if you're a piece of shit at the workplace, like so, I get it. I understand customers. There's a lot of dickhead customers. Narcissistic and shit like that. I've seen it. I've worked at retail before. I've seen it. And I've come across clashing with it. Hell, I had to drag someone's ass out of the shop one time. I'm not kidding. Because the security guard was basically on a break. And it wasn't my job to do that. Who got wrong for that? Me. But I had to drag them out the shop. It is. Because they wouldn't fucking move. They wouldn't move. They were protesting at the doorway. Not kidding. Protesting at the doorway. Sitting down. We have a right at this shop or something. So what did I do? I just picked up the coat, dragged these asses, and I sit there. protest out there. And I got wrong for it. I'm like, they do it in a legal spot. They don't have permission to do that shit there. They didn't have permission to do that shit there at all. We have a right to be where we want. Yeah, sure. But don't fucking sit down because you're going to get stumbled on. You're going to get stumbled on. But this was years ago, of course. But years ago, retail and shops, they would help you out. They had the empathy. It is. Only because you are struggling doesn't mean no one else is. And this is what my problem is. If we all stuck together and helped each other out, we would have gotten by our day. And the problems that you have in general, okay, they won't be resolved, but it would be more peaceful to me. It'd be more peaceful, it is. But humanity is a thing as well, so you gotta look at it this way. Now you probably say, he's rambling on, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm basically talking about human decency here. Like, you got to have some human decency when you go to stores. Like, I go to Aldi, right? I went to Aldi one time, and they have this fucking checkout shit. And they throwing the shit. Like, Jesus Christ. If I get a baseball bat, I'll be hitting a home run on some chicken nuggets. Like, and they want your money. And then as soon as you give the money, they fucking scanning the shit. I'm like, could you not wait 2 minutes? It takes me 2 minutes to pack my bags. I'm not a fucking slow coach. Yeah, I have my moments, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of nature. It's part of nature. And I really think because they're not getting the pay, it is, and they're taking it out on customers. And not all customers are bad. Yes, you can get like 10 dickheads come into the store at once, thinking they know all and stuff like that. But there's decent people still, and there's actually old pensioners. And I'm not kidding, this is story time, motherfucker, right here with Toasty. If you enjoy this stuff, I know we're 12 minutes into this stuff. If you enjoy this video, enjoy this channel, you know what to do. You know what to do. So, you gotta think this through for a second. Like, there's pensioners, there's old people, and I know some of them are dicks. I know some of them are proper fucking dickheads that if you slap them in the face, their face would fall off. Fuck's sake. But that's not what we do here, right? Because we know the pensions, but some of them are decent people, right? Now, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker of all this. This old woman, this story time now. This old woman basically was getting served at the till one time, and I was behind. I was behind them, and it was a B&M. It was a B&M. If you're in the UK, you know what B&M is. And B&M. So I'm behind them in B&M. And they do the same thing what I did tested them as. And she was slow packing a bag. A wheelie bag, it is. Like so. And this understandable, right? This woman at the cashier didn't help her. She stood there like a wet drip, watching her pack. Watching her pack. It is. And she had all this shopping. It is. And you know what this woman did behind the desk? Put her hand out. Like an 8-year-old child wanting the money. I'm like, give her fucking time. She has the fucking shopping. It is. And I really think this is what people are like actually not considering. We humans, we're not monsters. We have empathy. We have... and I don't understand. I know if you work in a 9 to 5 or 9 to 8 or 12 to 8 and it's long days, your boss is on your ass, but it doesn't excuse the fact of how you treat other people. Me, I probably had the worst boss of all. I did. But it didn't stop me for treat people outside. If they needed help, I would help them. That's why I really think even this cost of living is getting taken advantage of. It is a little bit. And as for plastic bags, do not get me started with plastic bags. Right? If you're from the UK, I don't know about other countries, or Australia or US, put down in the comments, do you pay for your carrier bags and how much, right? Now, I want to get to this here now, right? How much do you pay for your carrier bags? There is some shops here, and I'm not kidding. You could get a bag for £1. I'm not kidding. The paper bags, the brown paper bags, it is. There's places here, 30 pence. For the brown, what, you know it is? What they fucking split through. You go to Greg's. Don't get me started with fucking Greg's. Like so. I know, don't judge me. I know it's an expensive fucking place now. It's £2 for a slice of pizza. For a slice of square pizza, £2. There's a cheese and bacon roll for £2.25. I really think they're just taking advantage of these prices. I really think so. You can tell the difference if they have to raise the prices or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really think they're just taking advantage of this, and it's just going to bite them in the ass because people can't afford it, and this is how retail shuts down. This is how retail shuts down because you can't afford the rent and pay and shit like that. And then you're out of fucking work. It is. Then what are you going to do? If you meet that same person in general and they give you the empathy thought, they know. You never know who you're going to cross in that market. It is. That's why I had to have an open mind about everything when I worked at retail. It is. Yeah. I don't know why, like, stores is like this. I get it, there's tough times. And yeah, there is tough times, but you have to remember. And my mum said this to me when I was young as well, a young age. There's always someone worse than you. There's always someone worse than you, and there's always someone better than you. And it's true. It is true. But the thing is, like, I always like to stick in the middle. You know, I wouldn't want to be the best at everything, you know. Like, I'm proud when I complete freaking games. I'm proud when I complete video games like Monster Hunter, Iceborne and stuff like that, you know. And I'm proud of that. Because that game also helped me out with my personal life stuff as well. You know, games help you out. And that's another topic I want to go into as well. But I just want to talk about retail stores. Like, I get it. Both sides of the coin. The heads and tails. The customers and also the staff. But as for the staff, you know, aren't you supposed to be the decent ones to actually just say, you know what, like, I'm the better person? It is. I don't understand these people who... but it's not just all the staff that put stuff on the shelves and stuff like that. I'm talking to people who serve at the tills. That's the ones... That's it, because that's the important part, you know. Because the other staff put the stuff at the stores on the, you know, and that. I get with the stock not coming in and not getting the stock right and all this. Again, like I said, I understand retail's point of view. I do. But I'm looking at the customer's point of view. It is. Like, when I worked at retail, I never saw any customer, like, staff being dickhead to people at the tills. They always helped them out. They even know if you had to, you paid for bags back then, but they weren't as that much, of course, you know. But anyway, that's what I was saying about Greggs. You know Greggs, if you're in the UK, you'll know Greggs. It is popular still, but it's so fucking expensive. I mean, if you want 4 sausage rolls, it's £3.60 the pack. They're literally taking like 40 pence or something off a sausage roll. Like, what happened to 4 for £1? Can anybody remember that? Can anybody remember that? What happened to the 4 for the pound situation? Do you know what I'm saying? Greggs is a... Oh boy. Greggs is... Yeah. The sandwiches, the small sandwiches, £3.5. And he said, you could get a meal for that. Yeah. Oh, okay. A meal. But it's 40 pence more. Why? Why? This sandwich, I can make at home. But I get the sandwich for my mum. Because she enjoys the sandwich. But if it was any situation, I would make it me fucking self. But you have to treat yourself some another. And this is why these places, it is. But they're getting so expensive. They're getting so expensive. And the staff doesn't help you now. They don't. They're just there to take the money and go home. Because they have their own problems. No empathy for others. No empathy for others. If I get it with the struggles and shit, I understand. I repeat again, I understand. But what I don't understand is why you have to be a dick to everybody. Why do you have to be a dick to everybody if they're not a dick to you? They actually might want help. Not every customer is a fucking dickhead. Like, not every customer is a fucking dickhead. If it was, and much it is, I think we'd be seeing fucking Doom is a fucking retail worker. Imagine fucking Doom or Halo fucking players. Fucking army shit on and crap like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, we wouldn't be seeing Starship Troopers, will we? Right? You never know. Dear God, no. Fuck no. But that's my point. These retailers are shutting down because they can't afford the rent the payment, the mortgage and shit for these places, but you could afford for them when they were decent prices. To me, I think it's because you're not getting the stock in. Really, think deep down, and as for dates, fucking dates on stuff. 1 day, 2 day, oh, I'll get this lasts me a fucking week. No, you're just basically putting shit back on the shelves, not as a reduced price, but also a price that's doubled. There's stuff that gets out a day in a day. I'm not kidding. In the UK, they have that. My question is, why? Why? And anybody says information or whatever, I can't even say it. You know what I'm talking about. I shit not. That's an excuse. That's a fucking getting an excuse now. It was back, but I think a lot of shops are just taking advantage of this. It is. You know, like, everybody's struggling. But I thought I'll discuss about my side of things also, but also how people's looking onto this stuff. Okay, don't get me started with Greg's again. We're going back to Greg's here now. Sorry, Greg's, I have to bring this up. So Greg's has this thing, and some Greg's still have it, but I know they've took it out. It's basically where you can sit in and eat or take out. And it costs more either way, which way you go. Now, the Greg's that I have in my location doesn't have any seats. It doesn't. It's so fucking small as well that you cramped in, and if there was a queue, Jesus Christ. Like so, right? They basically have two signs that say, this is the price for this, and this is the price if you sit in. And I'm like, where the fuck are you going to sit? On the fucking counter? Like, are you going to sit on John Cena's fucking face? Like, where's the chairs? Where's the deck chairs? Why do you have that? What are you going to do? Tell them to say, yeah, I'll sit in and just stand in the fucking corner of the shop eating a sausage roll like a little creepy perv or some shit, looking on at people and what are they actually buying? Like, there's no seats. The Greg's I have in my location, legit, has no seats. What's the point of that? What is the point of all that? Seriously. It's mental. This, you know, and I said about plastic bags, and I've said like this, but bottom line is, like I said, this is why I think a lot of things is done on purpose. Because even when you buy a few things at Greg's, they ask, do you want a bag? And you go, yeah, sure. You're still paying for the fucking bag, and it's paper. It's literally paper. And it's folded. You know, it's like literally folded. They give you the bag. They don't even open the bag for you. They don't even open the bag for you. And hands out, wanting the fucking money. And now if I pay the money, they're going to go to the next customer. Why I still have stuff here? Do you get what they're actually doing here? They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about your shit. They scan it and that's it. They do not give a flying fuck. And they did. They used to. People want humanity. They want humanity in this world. You know, it is. They do. They want humanity in this world. Like, for goodness sake. Like, if you're not going to give that, then you're working at retail for what? Your money to pay your rent, to pay your bills and everything? For your problems? You have to watch and be careful how you act. Just because you have the uniform doesn't make you a big knob. It doesn't. You're just like us. You're just like us. I found that the hard way as well. I have dignity and respect for myself. I did. Don't get me wrong, there is that odd one member of the staff that's actually nice, good, kind, hearted, and stuff like that. And I give them the shout out and credit, because you don't get that now than what you did 5 years ago. You don't. Everybody's struggling, yes, but it doesn't justify the fact. It doesn't justify the fact that there's other people worse than you. There's other people worse than you. There's always going to be, and there's also someone going to be better than you at stuff as well. That'd probably be another fucking video I gotta make too. There's always going to be someone better than you. And how to act, what to do, and shit like that. But I will speak out. I will speak out. And I am not afraid to use my voice. I'm not afraid to use my voice on this platform. As a small channel, a small creator, it is. You know. So, like I said, there's a lot of problems in the UK right now. There is. There is. But this is one of the topics I wanted to bring up because I've just been shopping today and it happened again. And I'm wondering if it's anybody else having the same situation. Like, anybody out there in general. It's the same as Asda. Sorry, Asda, I have to bring you up. You know, they used to help you with bags. They don't now. But I did get to the bottom of something, and it's absolutely horrendous. What I'm about to tell you is absolutely horrendous. To the point that I lost brain cells. I lost brain cells. I'm not kidding. What I'm about to tell you is why they don't pack the bags for you. Now you would think it has it got to do with COVID-19 when they had to wear masks and everything and that. At that point of time, maybe, yes. But what I got from a person, this is a member of the staff, right, at the till, then it kind of sums up. It might not be all it, but this is what they told me. For health and safety reasons, because we could injure ourselves. Let me repeat that again for you. We could injure ourselves at the workplace. For what? Packing our bags? You pack your bags yourself when you get your own shopping! What? This is literally what the member of the staff told me at the retail place. Because I asked, because they had my items muddled up. And they said it's health and safety reasons because, yeah. Health and safety reasons because we could strain ourselves packing your bags. Wow. Wow. So putting stuff in bags, you're behind the till, So you're standing up and you've got the bag on the till to pack your bags. So you're not really holding the bag, you're just opening the bag to put stuff in. You're not like going to injure yourself if you're going to pick up a tin of beans. Or what? What are you going to do? If you injure yourself, legit, and you're behind the till, it is. Being not injured enough to take the money, right? Doesn't make sense. That does not make sense to me. That's why I believe it has to do with COVID-19 situation going on when people wearing masks and everything, and they're still milking it. They're still milking the situation. It is. Because I do see some retailers have this fucking plastic fucking board up. It looks stupid, but, you know, I get it for the protection. I get it. Like I said, I understand the situation if you work at retail. I understand. I've worked at retail. But this is getting out of hand, I feel like, and such as. What do you guys think in the comments below? Do you think retail is actually getting out of hand and all this situation, you know? Like, what do you guys feel about this? Like, do you think it has to do with health and safety reasons, regulations, that they can't pack your bags, help you? You know, it doesn't mean you're fucking careless and just gonna stand there, you know. But some people do need help, you know. And that's what the staff's there for, isn't it? Staff's there to help you. Staff's there to help you. I mean, I can remember when somebody was, I don't know, I think the US had this. Tell me if I'm right or wrong with this situation, right? You had a person below, right, below the till when you slide the shopping till, and then they would pack your bags for you. Tell me if you had something like that. Drop it down in the comments below. I've hope you enjoyed this video. I've done something a little bit different. And stay safe, everybody out there. And have a good night.